Well, Joanne, good afternoon. They're moving actually at a better clip today. So far, they've gotten through 2 jurors who have been moved on to the next round, 2 jurors who have been dismissed. That brings the total up to 25. Now, today's session began with a very interesting potential juror. He was a middle-aged white male who, on his jury questionnaire, was asked if he had any opinions on Kwame Kilpatrick's guilt. He wrote, "Where there is smoke, there is fire." The man then said he thought he could still put aside any opinion he had of the former mayor and that everyone is entitled to a fair trial. At that point, Kilpatrick shook his head in disdain and looked at his father, Bernard. When the man reiterated later that he could be fair, Kilpatrick actually laughed in court. The defense objected to this juror, as you might expect, saying that he could not be impartial, but Judge Nancy Edmonds overruled their challenge, saying that as long as the juror thought he could be fair, he would move on to the next round. Another juror came in a bit later who was questioned, and he had a background in nonprofit law. Now, this is significant because much of the Fed's case against Kwame Kilpatrick involves nonprofits like the Kilpatrick Civic Fund, which they say he used to take bribes and misused funds for his own personal gain. The defense was afraid that that juror might bring his knowledge in this area into the jury room and could influence other jurors in a way that would hurt the former mayor. Before the defense could even object, though, Judge Edmonds stepped in and said that because of his specialized area of knowledge here, he would not be in the jury pool, so he was dismissed. Now, before we let you go, we should note that for the first time today, Judge Edmonds mentioned that this jury selection process might go into next week. She had been hoping it would be over by Thursday or Friday or earlier, had been pretty optimistic about that, but now, even though things are moving faster today, she did acknowledge that likely this will stretch into next week, which will delay the start of this trial a few days. We do expect it to last at least 4 months. Reporting live from downtown at Federal Court, I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.
And Ross, let's remind the viewers again, I think what the magic number here is 66 to enter the next round, something like that. And then at that point, the defense and the prosecution, they do get some calls in here where they can dismiss people for cause or really for no reason at all, correct? For
really whatever reason they want to dismiss, and you're right, 66 is the magic number, and then both sides have the same number of challenges where they take this pool and decide which folks they absolutely don't want on this juror. They use those challenges, and then they whittle that total number down to 18, which is 12 jurors and 6 alternates. So 18 will be the magic number after 66.
Very interesting, Ross. So if they consider they suffered a loss today, at least they can make it up, I guess, on both sides as we whittle this process down. Thanks, Ross, so much.